Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on the Saturday night live stream, live from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. We'll talk about Bitcoin, we'll talk about the markets, we'll talk about other cryptocurrencies. I am going to move some crypto around for you guys so you can see what happens in real time, and I'll do my very best to get to your questions. So let's get this party started. Oh, goodness. All right, so I am back. Sorry about the late start. I usually try to start it right at 6, but did some configuration changes here at on the home rig, and there were some last minute things that I hadn't done. So apologize for that. I probably should have got everything set up like half an hour before. But anyway, I'm here. I got a new webcam. This camera that I'm talking to you on is my Canon EOS Rebel T7i, which is a nice secondary camera that I use for my ledger close-ups and this side shot. And it's probably a little overkill, I guess. And then I've got a nice what is this thing? I think it's a Razer. There we go. I got this Razer webcam here on my secondary monitor. And then I've got this guy, which is my new Elgato face cam, which I'm really liking. The quality of this image looks really good. And I also got a new monitor. My big Asus monitor was giving me some issues with recreating the display capture. I don't know, a couple of you mentioned it last time that my image, the monitor image color was all washed out, and I noticed it too, especially when it came to like a white background. But now we can see that all the colors are right where they ought to be. With my new monitor. I don't know what the problem was. I tried a couple of different cables and it never seemed to fix the problem right. So I'm back. And what else did I? Yeah, the monitor. And then I also got this guy. For Christmas, which will be, So we're going to do this again, aren't we? Let's get through this. Okay. Sorry about that. I should have turned it off, but then whenever I turn it off, I never get it back on right. So I got this new Corsair CPU cooler. I have experimented with a completely liquid-cooled system, and it did not do me well. I used plastic tubing. I guess the acrylic tubing is more professional and stable, but that requires like acrylic bending tubing skills, which I didn't possess. So I used plastic tubing, and a few times the rig got a little hot and it popped a connector and liquid went everywhere. It was a hassle. So I have always used these self-contained water-cooled CPU coolers. It's just the CPU. Right, it's not the entire system. So, and I already have one. You guys can kind of see it back there. It's got the little Corsair logo on it. But this guy has got like multiple readouts that you can do. It's like their latest one. So I'll get that probably installed next week. So Christmas presents aside, welcome everybody. Let's go ahead and pop out chat. There's a lot of people here tonight. That's really good. I'm happy. I'm going to just bring this guy over to this monitor so that I can, again with this, I can get this thing to, it's kind of frustrating that it doesn't, here we go again. It's not, it's just being a pain. It's what it is. Anyway, all right. Usually I can like resize it so that it's not in my way. But it's sort of in my way tonight, but whatever, we'll deal with it. Okay. So thanks everybody for being here. I was just singing for and then this and then that. No, it's not going to do it. It's just not going to cooperate with me, is it? Is that it? Nope. No, I didn't get it. If I could just grab the corner, I'd be so happy, but I can't. Oh, well, that's life. All right, I'm just going to have to get used to it, right? I'm just going to have to get used to it. Just going to pull it over here and be done with it. All right, so welcome everybody. Thank you for hanging in there over the holidays. We went on vacation. I did do a live stream from Louisville on my laptop, but the last 2 Saturdays fell on holidays, so it really wasn't. Oh, now the stream is giving me trouble. Come on. Come on, YouTube. Help me out here. We haven't even gotten started. All right, so Barbara is here tonight. Like I said, I was on vacation, but Christmas Day wasn't a good day to break out the laptop. I don't remember where we were. We were staying at a Holiday Inn. And then New Year's Day was kind of the same. I think we were on our way, still driving back. So anyway, I didn't do the live stream the last 2 Saturdays. So sorry for that. Okay, Barbara is here. Dan is here. Thank you for being here, Dan and JDO. Both of you are here. That's great. Scott Lee is here. Wonderful. That's I'm glad to have Scott here. Amsterdam and Holland, nice protests. Yes, they are protesting out there. As well they should be. No one should be locked down for no reason, right? For a disease with a 99.7% survival rate for the entire population, and we're treating it like it's the Black Death, running around with masks, and I guess you know where I stand, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, here we go. W is here. Good to have you here. Farming something on Mayor. No, I'm not. There's so many things out there. If I ever get stuck with crypto, you always have the video to sort it out. I'm trying, right? I'm trying to get all the videos out there. Sometimes I get kind of like, where should I be? What should I do next? Sometimes a video I think is going to be a lot of views is not. But I keep just chugging along. I kind of post videos that I think I would need. That's kind of the way I go. All right, so let's jump into the news. It's not all good tonight. Where are we here? Bitcoin falls towards 40K, racks up longest losing streak since 2018. Yeah, so Bitcoin has just been down every day for the last, I guess, what do they say? It's like eight days. And you know, it's weird that they mark the days and the hours because Bitcoin cryptocurrency markets never close, but we're sort of in that mindset from the stock market, which does close and, you know, runs 5 days a week in general. So there's a whole lot of talk about, you know, daily closes and daily opens and weekly closes and monthly closes. And, you know, Bitcoin never closes. So, but they need to sort of hang the market action onto something we're familiar with, which is time, which of course is an illusion anyway. Lunchtime doubly so, as Ford Prefect would say from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. But so anyway, over the last 8 days, it's been down. If we mark a 24-hour period, close and open. So anyway, it's been down, right? And the big question is the market going to continue to fall, or is it going to bounce back up from this point? And there's all these charts, and they tell you this and they tell you that. And, you know, they say because of this and because of that, it's going to go up or it's going to go down. But, you know, I've been watching this kind of stuff for a long time, and I'm not a chartist, as Dan is. Dan's much more, Dan Wester, our moderator, is much more familiar and, an expert in charts than I am. But I have tended to notice that, oh my God, why is it doing that? Oh man, technical issues just been killing me lately. Okay, I'm just going to just work around it. Take a deep breath, Rex. Okay. What I've noticed with chartists is that in general, when the markets are going up, they tend to go up more. And when the markets are going down, they tend to go down more, right? That's what, they talk about death crosses and golden crosses and moving averages and all this crap. But it all boils down to, like, when the market's down, it tends to keep going down. And when the market's up, it tends to keep going up. That's what I get out of charts. I'm sure it's a lot more nuanced than that, but I mean, that's kind of where I get it. But I'm not a big chartist. But I mean, it looks like we're bouncing back from 40 at least on CoinDesk. Let's go ahead and check it out on Crypto.com. See where Crypto.com has us. 40 over 42 on Crypto.com. So maybe we're tending to up now. And personally, I've been wondering when the hell it's going to stop going down. It's really been kind of a bummer, but here we are. All right, so that's our market analysis for this week. Let's look. Now, this is a couple of days old. This is from this couple days back. Ethereum plunges 13%, down more than Bitcoin after Fed spooks crypto markets. And that's been the latest news that has driven it. As a matter of fact, I wanted to kind of go back to this. Actually, I think I took out the one. Yeah, okay, this one is, they're talking about the death cross, which is where the 50-day and the 200-day exponential moving averages, when the bearish crossovers between Bitcoin's 50-day and 200-day exponential moving. Right, so I guess this is where, here's the EMA 200, this yellow line, and the EMA 50 is this red line, and the death cross is where the red line crosses over the gold line on its way down, right? But interestingly enough, even though this is kind of a technical analysis article, they mention that in the past, Bitcoin has bucked the trend, so to speak. And the examples they give are July of 2021 and March of 2020. And they mention that 2021, the July of 2021 buck of the trend where Bitcoin went back up was on news that Amazon would start accepting cryptocurrencies for payments. And I remember this. I was on vacation down in Indiana when this happened. And it turned out to be false. So we have a news-driven market movement of Bitcoin back in July of 2021 based on a false news story, right, which bucked the technical trend. So are we going to believe in market analysis, technical charting trends, or are we going to believe in news-driven trends, right? So, and here was a false news-driven trend. And then the other one was March of 2020, and the news-driven market-moving event then was the U.S. Federal Reserve announcing loose monetary policies. And that's what tended to drive the price of Bitcoin upwards, right? So say what you will about market analysis. It tends to, it's based on historical patterns, but news-driven events tend to move the markets as well. So, you have to be aware of both of them. And I've noticed the last several days, weeks, have been mostly good news for cryptocurrency markets, right? There hasn't been any hugely bad news for crypto in general, except for this, the latest Fed thing. I think that's here. Here. The latest Fed thing, which was technically, correlated with bad for crypto because the Fed is getting hawkish, whatever that means, right? They're going to start raising rates. But I should point out, not being an economist or anything, that they tried this back in 2018. They tried raising rates back in 2018, and it was a miserable failure. They raised the rates, a small percentage, and they were planning on raising them more. This is just my memory of the event. I believe it was 2018. And the stock market started to tank, and then the Fed gave up and stopped raising rates. I don't know if they brought them back down any from that point, but I mean, every technical indicator, and they met and they discussed and they did all this stuff, and they were like, okay, it's time to start raising rates again. And it didn't work out for didn't work out for anybody, right? And then the Fed stopped raising rates back in 2018, and mostly because the stock market started to tank. So I tend to believe that the same thing will happen again in 2022. They'll start to raise rates, and the proverbial poo-poo will hit the proverbial fan, and they'll chicken out again like they did in 2018 and decide not to raise rates. How long this proverbial house of cards will stand, we don't know. Anybody with 2 cents of sense knows that we're in a debt-based, it's going to fall any time. But I've been hearing that since 2013, right? It's all the financial system is an imminent collapse. They keep kicking the can down the road, printing more money and flooding liquidity or whatever the hell they do, in the background or whatever. But they keep doing it because at this point they're past the point of no return, right? So how long we'll be able to hold out this, this fragile debt-based economy and fiat curve, we don't know, right? But my prediction is that they'll try to raise rates this year. They'll fail spectacularly because the stock market will start to tank, and then they'll go back to their previous policy, whatever. Okay. All right, so that's not so much about cryptocurrencies. I did want to talk a little bit about this article, Finance Redefined, Terra expanding UST, and Luna and ARK seeks institutional adoption. One of the big sectors that was moving in the cryptocurrency markets in 2020 was DeFi. 2021 was defined more by metaverse kind of stuff, play to earn kind of stuff, and Ethereum competitors, and of course just the overall Bitcoin thing, But 2020 was a big year for DeFi, and DeFi is still pretty big. And it's one of the most amazing sectors of the cryptocurrency. If Bitcoin is the infrastructure, or blockchain-based cryptocurrencies are the infrastructure, like the internet, then DeFi is the killer app, like online retail and email are to the internet, right? Back in the early days of the internet, people were like, well, what can you do with the internet? Okay, you can connect and you can read stuff that people wrote on the other side of the world. But what, right? But then we got email, which basically wiped out snail mail and faxes and letters, and all that stuff we used to do to communicate back in the day. And also online retailing, right? It's like second nature to us now. It's probably bigger than regular retailing now. So we talk about DeFi as being that killer app. The traditional financial system, it used to be you could save money and get rewarded for saving money. Not anymore, right? Interest rates are basically negative. You don't really make any money by saving, right? And that may be by design, by the powers that be want us all to spend our money and be perpetual debt slaves, right? But here we have a new technology where you can actually be rewarded for saving, right? And that is the DeFi sector, where you can stake your crypto, you can farm liquidity pools, you can lend out your crypto. All of these formerly traditional sectors are now possible in crypto land, right? If you have the right tools, where you can make a decent return on your money by saving. And they're becoming more and more stable and reliable, right? So we're going to talk a little bit about Luna tonight. I'm going to demo some stuff in Luna. And one of the features of Luna, the Luna ecosystem, is UST, which is Luna US dollar, I believe it's called, or Terra US dollar. And it's a stable coin that's not backed by any fiat currency. Like US Tether and US dollar coin are both backed by US dollars and whatever else, what other, fiat currencies out there, right? But Terra has this algorithmic stablecoin, which is tied to the price of the US dollar. And it's done so in a very clever way. But it is not backed by any US dollars, right? But it is becoming rather large, right? I believe it's number 2 in total locked value now. So here's a good article on these new up-and-coming DeFi platforms where people are starting to, park their value and get rewarded for it, right? It's pretty complicated, right? But anybody can do it, right? And you don't need a third party. You don't need a bank or a broker, or any of these, traditional financial gatekeepers, right? You can just, boom, directly. There is risk involved, of course, right? But this is what I consider one of the biggest sectors that has come out of the cryptocurrency ecosystem over the last 10 years, right? We also have the gaming sector, where people can earn real crypto playing games, of course, and that's big. It sounds silly, right? But the traditional gaming industry is $1 billion industry, right? We got kids playing games all day long, right? So now crypto is moving into that sphere, right? And then the NFT markets, of course, like the art collection thing, the digital collectibles thing, that's really big. But this DeFi, this is updated finance, right? Big, 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 big. And then also PayPal is considering their own stablecoin, which will be huge as well. So there's a lot of good news coming out in the crypto world. If we can just get past this downtrend, right? We'll see. All right, I would like to direct everybody's attention down below to the description. If you're not that savvy with YouTube and you scroll down below my video where my talking head is bobbing around, you might see this thing that says show more, right? If you click on that, it'll bring down all this cool stuff that's down in the description, a little itinerary of what we're going to cover tonight. Some of the coins I purchased this week, and my affiliate links. CoinStats is a great crypto portfolio tracker. Actually connects to your wallet addresses. We've got Crypto.com, one of my big partners over the last several years. A great cryptocurrency exchange that's phone-based, app-based, where you can buy, sell, trade, stake, withdraw, deposit, do all kinds of great stuff. I'll play around with Crypto.com tonight. The Ledger Nano X, which I'll talk about tonight. Right? It's a hardware-based wallet. One of my favorites. Trezor, also a great hardware wallet. And clothing line for hodlers. Ledger Starter Pack. BlockFi for earning interest on your crypto deposits, which are it's a custodial thing where you're giving them custody of your crypto. Coin Tracker for tracking your coins and helping you prepare your taxes. It's a great asset. And I should mention that CoinTracker helps me because I have pretty much all of my wallets connected to it. Even like wallets I'm not using anymore, and every now and then, like I'll get crypto from like a forgotten source, right? Like some thing I signed up for a while back, which I totally forgot about, and I don't use that wallet anymore. And I'll get an email alert that says, "Oh, you just received Bitcoin in this address," and I'm like, "What?" And so CoinTracker is pretty good about stuff like that, besides just preparing taxes. NordVPN, and then we've got our cryptocurrency exchange links. If you want to get into crypto and you want to start buying and selling crypto, you're going to have to get signed up for a cryptocurrency exchange. I recommend Coinbase for beginners. Kraken is a little more advanced, but that's also a good US-based, reliable exchange. We got Binance US. Not available in every state. I think I'm not sure if it's available in every state. Then we got the Brave browser and my email if you want to ask me questions. All right. So let me get caught up in chat. A lot of people are here tonight, and this chat window is driving me buggy. It won't scroll. Okay, there, it's scrolling. W is here. That's great. Scott and Barbara are here. Geeman4949, Happy New Year to your family. Thank you. 305 Peace. Hi, Dad from Iran. That's very nice. Elizra Dusti. Salam Pubi. I know a little bit of Farsi. I used to work with a Iranian family in California. They were a Jewish Iranian family. Most people think of Iranians as Muslim, but there are a lot of Jewish Iranians that left in the late 70s, early 80s, and came over to the U.S. And most of them settled in the San Fernando Valley and Beverly Hills. So I used to work at a computer store run by a wonderful Iranian family, and I learned a little bit of Farsi and learned to love Mediterranean food. Let's see what else we got here. Just looking, buy the dip. Scott's here. Buy the dip. Yeah, that's good. We'll buy some crypto tonight. Link and Adam are saving my portfolio. Good. Yes, Link has been up, which is I find strange. I mean, Link has been in my portfolio for a while, just kind of sitting there, not doing much, and all of a sudden it's been up when everything else is down. Interesting. DeFi financing, passive income. Yes. Okay, let's see. When you bridge a crypto to another network, does the original coin stay locked on the old network, requiring you to return to the old network in order to cash out? It depends on what you mean by bridge, but generally when you bridge, like the old Binance bridge, where you actually moved from like Binance Smart Chain over to Ethereum, or from Binance Smart Chain over to Bitcoin or whatever, you're actually converting your coin, right? So there's not going to be anything left on the other side. Like for example, if I had some Bitcoin, Binance pegged Bitcoin in my Binance Smart Chain wallet, and I bridged it over to the regular Binance, the regular Bitcoin network, it was now in my Bitcoin wallet, right? Now, a lot of people ask me about cashing out. Cashing out is as simple as just moving your crypto from wherever it is to an exchange. That's the long and short of it. A lot of people get confused about, can I cash this out? How do I cash this out? It's like, just move it back to where you got it, right? So if you bought some Bitcoin on Coinbase and then you stored it in your wallet, on your Ledger wallet or wherever, and then you're ready to cash out, you can move it back. Just do the opposite of what you did when you withdrew it, right? You go over to the exchange and you say, I want to make a deposit of Bitcoin, and they give you an address, and then you go back to your wallet and you send it to that address. It's kind of a mouthful, but that's what we're talking about there. So yeah, when you bridge a coin from one network to another, it moves it, right? There's nothing left in the other one, unless you don't send at all, right? But like I say, you move to Polygon, from Polygon to Avalanche, or from Binance Smart Chain to Avalanche or whatever. You're actually moving the coin from one place to another. It's being converted, and there will be some fees, right? Let's see where we go. We're going to go down just a little more before I jump in. Let's see. When is the Spark? Spark. See, I've been telling you guys that Spark sounded like a scam to me for like 2 years ago. Everybody's freaking out. Tell me about how do I get my Spark tokens? You guys are still asking, right? Oh, I'm not going to say I told you so, but I told you so, right? Sounded like too many hoops to jump through. Who knows? Maybe someday you'll get your Spark tokens and be rich. But I don't know anything about them because it seemed kind of weird to me to begin with. Sketchy. I'm not going to say it's a scam. I'm just going to say it was sketchy. All right. Okay. So we're down here. Mediterranean food sounds more like Spanish, Italian, Greek diet. Okay. Someone asked me about Gemini Earn and similar options. There is nothing wrong with using the cryptocurrency exchange features to earn on your crypto. I do that in my Kraken, right? I have Kraken and I have coins on there that are stakeable in Kraken, right? But and those are all great, and they usually give you pretty good rate, and they're usually pretty reliable, right? Like Kraken, Coinbase, Gemini, they're not going anywhere, right? It's not like Mount Gox where it's going to crash and get hacked. It's just not going to happen with Coinbase and Gemini and Kraken. The industries are just too big, right? There could be downtime, and you can't withdraw for whatever reason or whatever, but those would be temporary issues, right? So I don't see any problem security wise with using Gemini Earn or Kraken staking, or I think Coinbase lets you stake now. I don't know, maybe they do. I don't usually do it that way. It's a philosophical issue because you are not in custody of your coins, right? You are not holding your coins when you do that, right? You are depositing your coins with someone else, similar to putting your money in a bank, right? And I believe in self-custody of crypto. I know I'm just sitting here in front of the screen jabbering to you guys, but I just want to bring this up. I watched a video and he had a lot of views, and he was a smart guy, and he posted the video in January of 2021, and he had over like 300,000 views on his video. And the video was basically what is the best way to store your crypto? And I was thinking that he was going to be talking about self-custody. Well, he wasn't. He talked about exchanges and self-custody and hardware wallets and this, and very briefly. But basically, the nub of his gist was that most people are incapable of self-custody. Interesting take. Now, I have to agree with him a little bit, because I've had a lot of people that have come to me in the comment sections in the email that have lost their crypto one way or the other. Either they lost their wallet, they lost their backup phrase, or they sent their crypto to the wrong address. They forgot their password on one of these 26-word wallet or 25th word wallets or whatever, the passphrase. And yes, they've lost their crypto, right? That is because self-custody there's a lot of responsibility there. And it's totally secure. It's so secure you might lose it yourself. But to say that you shouldn't use self-custody because it's sketchy, I think that's an overly broad conclusion, right? And one of the things that he mentioned was that the ledger has been hacked. The ledger has not been hacked. The ledger device it's maybe remotely possible, but it has not been hacked. A lot of people they asked me, why are you still using the ledger? I heard it got hacked, right? It did not get hacked. Their customer database got hacked, and so scammers and phishers have targeted audience, right, to try to trick people into revealing their phrase. But the device is secure. So, all of you that are here tonight, I'm hoping that you take offense at someone telling you that you are incapable of self-custody, because you are not, right? That's what I'm here to help you guys with. Now, I would like to, if you'll notice here, and let's see if we can get this camera set up here. The first thing I'd like to dive into tonight, because I don't see any burning questions. Yeah, let me just do this real quick. We'll start this off first. Let's see. Oh, see this whole this thing. Okay, let's see if we can get Canon turned on. Okay, that's good. Let's get him in here. All right, you'll notice that this device is on in sleep mode, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter my PIN. And I'm going to, I want to kind of bridge the gap here for you, for some of you people, for some of you. I've done a lot of videos on how to set up a ledger and how to restore a ledger, right? But there are some things I take for granted, right? So I have a ledger device, and this morning it flaked out on me. It was stuck in an app, and I could not get it to exit the app. And even by holding down both buttons for about 3 seconds, that usually will take you to the control center, they call this, right? Let's get out of the control center. I couldn't do that. So I could not shut the device down. And it was stuck in an app, and when I would hit both buttons or try to move it, it would just kind of flash along the edges. So it was stuck. And so it was unusable. So I did a restore on this guy, right? And it's probably time for me to migrate over to a new device because they tend to wear out over time. You know, they get kind of worn out and they get dimmer, and just like it's just a piece of technology, right? It's not going to last forever. So I believe that my go-to ledger was, I set it up in 2020, late 2020. So it's over a year, but maybe, it's probably not right. But it was flaking out on me, right? So I did a restore, and I used my 24-word recovery phrase, which I knew where it was, right? I went and got my 24-word recovery phrase. I turned on this guy. I pulled it out of the box. It's brand new. Opened it up, did a restore, and then put in my 24 words, and then it had me run the firmware update, which I did. And then, after I was done, it said, your device is now ready. And then I clicked that little check mark, and now here I am, right? My device has been fully restored. Everything's great. But what's the missing step here? The missing step that I never include in my videos is what to do from here. Now that it's been restored, now I kind of understand what I get people that email me and comment in my YouTube, and they say, I restored my device and all my crypto's gone. Where's my crypto? Well, what's missing here, gang? What's missing are the apps, right? It doesn't automatically restore the apps because it doesn't know, right? The only thing that the device knows is that I restored from a private key, and it's that private key master private key has been restored, but the device doesn't know what crypto I had on there before. That's on me, right? So this is what you are presented with after a restore. And this is what freaks people out. They're like, where's my crypto? Well, okay, we've done several where we wiped Ledger Live, right? And we restored Ledger Live using our device, right? Because the device was fine. It was just Ledger Live that needed to be reinstalled. Now we're in the opposite situation. We've just restored our device because the old device flaked out. We can imagine that it got destroyed or lost or whatever, but in my case, it just flaked out. But nothing happened to my Ledger Live. My Ledger Live is right there where it always was, right? I just have a brand new device now that has all of these wallets on there, in theory, right? What I have restored is the master private key. So, okay, I have a Bitcoin account. I know I do. There's a Bitcoin account right there. But what do I need on this device in order to access that Bitcoin? I need the Bitcoin app. So I'm going to go over to the manager and we'll install the Bitcoin app. All right, so we'll click install. Now, what is happening, right? What is happening when I install the Bitcoin app is that it's adding some functionality to my device, but it is also creating a Bitcoin wallet. Now, because it is the same master private key of my previous device, right? Remember, I did a restore. That master private key is generating a Bitcoin wallet based on the master private key, right? It's all math, right? Because it's the same master private key, it's going to restore the exact same, it's going to create the exact same Bitcoin wallet it created on the original device the first time I created a Bitcoin wallet, right? So, actually there were quite a few of them. So how do I know that I have restored this device with the proper 24-word recovery phrase? How can I check, right? Well, I could go over to accounts and attempt to send some Bitcoin out. That's the ultimate test, right? That I was jabbering away. Let's go ahead and let's do some housekeeping here. I have to re-enter my PIN because the device is on what they call auto lock, right? The device goes to a screensaver after, I don't know, 5 minutes. What was I talking? Was I actually talking for 5 minutes? I don't know. All right, so what we need to do is a little housekeeping, right? Let's hold in both buttons for a few seconds. That takes us over here. Let's go to settings. Let's go to general. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's scroll over by hitting this button to security. We'll hit both buttons. We'll go down to pin lock. There's pin lock and screensaver. I don't know what the difference is. Screensaver. Let's do screensaver. Hit screensaver. I don't want it to like go to sleep after 10 minutes. I just want to turn that off. No screensaver. That way I can jabber away all I want, and as long as the device is connected, it's not going to like go to that screensaver where I have to re-enter my PIN. I find that extremely irritating. Let's do this pin lock thing. Let's turn that off too. I don't need it, right? I'm responsible enough to disconnect my device when I'm done, right? And as long as I'm here in front of it, you know, no one's going to come in and take the device unless they got guns, right? And then that's a whole different scene, right? So I turned off those auto lock features because I find them irritating. They're there for security, but I'm a self-custody type of guy who can manage his own security. All right, so we're back here. What are we going to do? How are we going to check this Bitcoin? How do we confirm there's a match between the device and that previous account that was configured for my previous device, right? Well, as far as Ledger Live is concerned, this new restored device is the exact same device. It can't tell the difference, right? It doesn't look at the hardware. It looks at the master private key on the device. So the easiest way to double check if this is a match is to go manage, receive, hit continue. It's going to tell me to open the Bitcoin app. I'm going to open the Bitcoin app. Now it's going to scan my device, and it's going to double check. All right, and boom, there it is, right? The device matches the account because I can generate a receiving address, right? And they match, right? That's just a quick and dirty way to double check to make sure the device has been restored. So notice, I did not have to wipe all of my accounts out, right? All I had to do was restore my device and reinstall the apps that were there before, right? That's that one step that sometimes I take for granted. And I don't think I've ever said that in any of my videos on restore. I do the restore and then I say, well, thanks for watching, blah, blah, blah. And then people do the restore and they're like, where's all my apps, right? So you got to do that part. Actually, I think some of my videos I actually show you how to restore the apps too. But people don't listen, right? All right, so now let's get out of Bitcoin. And I could just go down the line. I'm just going to do Ethereum, right? Let's go back to Manager. Let's go ahead and add the Ethereum app. And we can add the other stuff. Actually, we're going to have to add the Luna app because I'm going to do some stuff with Luna. Right, so let's go ahead and we'll install Ethereum. And we can do these on the fly too if we want. Right, we can do them as needed. Right. Let's see, we're going to do, but I need Ethereum for the Metamask stuff that I'm going to show you guys tonight. And let's see, where's Terra? They should be market cap, right? Where's Terra? Where's Luna? Well, there's I don't need Avalanche. We can do Avalanche. Polygon. I want Terra. What is it? Terra. Huh? Oh, there it is. I don't know. I didn't see it, right? All right. So let's install Terra because we're going to use that here in a minute. All right, let's get that on there, and we should be good to go. Let's go ahead and do the others just for the heck of it. The other top ones, right? We'll just go back to the app catalog. Let's do Solana, Cardano, Polkadot, and Avalanche, right? Because we use those. Yeah, so basically, we just reinstall the apps that we were using before. Right? Oh, and also I'll mention as well that the original device, the one my go-to device that flaked out on me, how did I figure that one out? Well, I turned it. Well, it stayed on, right? Even after I disconnected it from the cable, it stayed on and it was still stuck in that app. And so I just put it down on the counter and just let it power down. It'll power down eventually on its own because when it's disconnected from a cable, when it's not charging actively, it will power down on its own after a certain amount of time, maybe 5 or 10 minutes or whatever. And once it powered down, I powered it back up again. It's working just fine, right? So it just kind of glitched out momentarily. But now that I've restored to this new device, I might start using that, right? And I'll use my original as the backup. I think we're done, right? So we got all that. All right, so manage Terra Station and wallet. All right, so Terra Station is a wallet that you can use to manage your Terra coin, right? Now, whenever I set up a wallet, I like to use the ledger as my private key whenever possible, right? So let's go over to Terra. Oops. There, let's go in here. Let me just disconnect it real quick. All right, so pardon me. When you log into the Terra Station website and you choose connect, right, they give you some options. And I always say access with Ledger. So you need to have the Terra app installed, right? And then when you hit connect, you're going to get a pop-up. Oh, it didn't. It went past the pop-up window because I had previously connected it. But usually, like the first time you do that, you'll get a little pop-up window that says at the top of the window, it'll say Nano X, and you click on Nano X and click connect. And then it recognizes the wallet that I created on my Ledger device, and it can read the wallet information, and it sees it and can present that information to me in this web interface. The Luna crypto is not stored in this website. Don't think it's like a hot wallet. It's not. It's a hardware-based wallet that the private keys live on my device, right? So no one can, no one can hack into this website and steal my crypto because the private keys are on my device. And in order to move crypto or execute any of these smart contracts, you have to use the device, right? The device has to authorize it. So a hacker cannot hack into this website and steal my crypto because it's on, the private keys are on my device. I mean, there might be some possibilities, but I never say never, right? Nothing is ever 100%. But to me, this is the safest, most secure way to deal with your crypto. So as you can see here, I've got the Terra Station wallet all set up. Now, the Terra Station wallet can hold Luna, and it can also hold UST. We were talking about that UST, right? I'm going to turn this off for a second, right? Now, how do we get Luna into this wallet, right? That's the first thing we want to do, right? So once you set this up, you'll notice up here there's an address, right? This is the receiving address of the Terra wallet, right? The ledger-based Terra wallet. So I would send Terra to this wallet by using that address. Now, where do you get this Terra, you might ask, right? Well, there are a few ways to get your hands on the Terra. If we go over here to, I'm just going to do this. If we go over here and look for Luna, we can, in CoinGecko, right? I think that's one of the things I've talked about many times. If you want to know how to get your hands on a coin, you need to go to CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap and look at the coin, and then go down a little bit to markets, and it'll show you where you can buy the coin, right? So it'll list all these cryptocurrency exchanges. Notice here that it doesn't say Coinbase, which is interesting because if you go over to Coinbase, like Coinbase Pro, you can buy Luna, but it's not native Luna. What's going on with Coinbase? Okay, here we go. All right. All right. They sell this weird thing called wrapped Luna. Right? Now it's the same price as Luna. That's all well and good. And you can buy it and you can hold it in your account. And you can even move it over to your Ethereum wallet if you want to and hold it there. And then move it back to the exchange if you decide to sell it, if the price of Luna goes up, right? It's pegged to the price of Luna. But wrapped Luna has a major disadvantage over the native Luna in that it is an ERC20 token. And it has all of the ridiculously high transfer fees associated with the Ethereum blockchain. and the trading fees, right? So like if you go, if you try to transfer this Luna out of your Coinbase to your wallet, they're going to ding you for a big Ethereum charge, right, for the transfer fee. And then if you say, oh, well, the price of Luna has gone up, I'm going to be rich, I'm going to move it back to Coinbase, you'll suffer the same fate again when you try to move it out of your Ledger wallet. You'll get hit with big Ethereum transfer fees. Like $30, $40, $50 transfer fees. So I think we bought some of this a few months back and then we converted it. There are some bridges where we can convert from the Ethereum based Luna over to real Luna, but they charge you Ethereum fees. So you want to avoid this, right? So how can we buy Luna and put it in our Luna wallet without incurring all these huge Ethereum-based transfer fee and conversion fees, right? Well, don't buy it. Don't buy it on Coinbase unless you're just going to buy it on Coinbase and leave it on Coinbase and then maybe sell it when it goes up. That's fine if you want to do that, because it is pegged to the price of Luna. But if you really want to use the tools of Luna, you need real Luna, right? You need to have like native Luna so that you can stake and farm and lend and borrow and governance and do all that kind of stuff, right? So the places you want to buy Luna are KuCoin, because if you buy Luna on KuCoin, it's native Luna, right? So if you deposit Luna in here, you'll notice it's this is a Terra address, right? It starts with TERRA, right? It's a native Terra address. Now they also support ERC20 Luna, but they will charge you Ethereum transfer fees if you try to, withdraw this type of Luna. Now you could buy your Luna over on Coinbase and then transfer it here to KuCoin, deposit it into KuCoin, and then withdraw it using the native, right? I'm not so sure though, because I think because it's wrapped Luna, it wouldn't be, if you bought it on Coinbase, I don't think you could do that, right? I don't know. Maybe it would support it if you deposited it here. I don't know. But it's easier to just buy it here, right? Now, because it's a foreign exchange, I don't have my bank account or my debit card set up with KuCoin. I might be able to. I haven't even tried, actually. But I tend to just treat it like I used to treat Binance, is I just put crypto in there to fund my trades, right? Like I move some Bitcoin in there or whatever. Now, another way, let's go ahead and just do it. Let's do it from Crypto.com. If it works. Okay. All right, so Crypto.com sells native Luna, right? So if I go to trade, buy, and then choose Luna or Terra, I can buy it. I'm not going to buy $1,600 worth, but I could. Why is this giving me such a hard time? Okay, there we go. 1 Luna, 64. Let's do let's do 1.5. What is it? Just do a little bit. All right. Now I am going to get hit with a merchant charge on using my debit card. If I had some money in my fiat wallet, I could use that without fees, but that requires some forethought, moving your money from your bank account into your Crypto.com account. I would highly recommend to do trading that way because you don't get hit with these merchant charges. But I'm going to show you like the easiest way. Just use the debit card purchase. I could also trade from my crypto wallet, if I were to, like if I had Bitcoin in here or US dollar coin or crypto.com coin, I could use that to buy Luna, right? But at the moment, I don't have enough of any of those to buy Luna. So we'll stick with the debit card option. We'll hit buy Luna. I'm going to get like that 3% merchant fee for using the card. $3 out of 100. About the same as Coinbase, right? But I'm buying native Luna, which will, they're not going to charge me an arm and a leg to withdraw it. That's the beauty, right? So now let's go over here, and we've got our Terra, right? And let's hit withdraw, transfer, withdraw to an external wallet, and you can see that I've already set up this address, right? That address right there is the same as this. You see that? It's the same address. I've already whitelisted this address, right? So I'll just go ahead and do the withdrawal so you guys can see what's going on here. Whoops. Oh, well, it's up here, right? You can see it up here. Let's just hit withdraw Luna. Let me just make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah, let's withdraw Luna. And then I'll do the max, which is 1.5. I'm going to hit withdraw. I think they're going to charge me 0.01 Luna, which is about $1, I think, right? I got to put in this. But much cheaper than Ethereum transfers. All right. In fact, why don't we try? I want to try this. I want to see where we're at with Ethereum fees, because Ethereum fees can vary by date and time of day. So let's do this. I just want to do this real quick, and then I'll check the chat window, see where we're at here. Let's do KuCoin. Let's do, I've got some US dollar coin. I may or may not do this, right? I got some US dollar coin. I can use this US dollar coin to buy some Terra, right? But first I need to get it in there. That's the trick, right? There's the address. Now let's go over here to Ledger. Okay. Well, I've never seen that before. Okay, fine. Usually it bombs you out of the app when you're in the manager and you go into an app, it bombs you out. Now it doesn't, apparently. Yeah, because I'm in the Terra app, right? Remember, I went into Terra. But I was in Ledger Live in the background, and usually what will happen is that when I go into an app and I've got Ledger Live running in the background and I'm in the manager, it keeps bombing me out of the app. So, and then I have to go, oh, wait, I'm still in the manager. Well, now the manager is smart enough not to bomb me out when I go into an app. It's kind of nice. Anyway, let's go over here. Let's go down to this Ethereum account. And you can see that I don't have any US dollar coin in that account. We've got some US dollar coin here. And I would like to move some of it to KuCoin so I can buy some Luna. Right? But I have a problem, and it's called the Ethereum blockchain. First of all, I'm going to get out of the Luna app. Right? We're just going to get out of the Luna app. And we'll go into the Ethereum app. Oh, was that it? I didn't notice. Okay. Go into the Ethereum app. And we want to send some Ethereum, and I think what I was trying to do was like $400. Whoops. Oh, first I need to put the Ethereum address, right? We've got it from here, right? This is where we're going. So there's where we're going. This is the cash out question, right? You go, hey, how do I cash out crypto when it's in my wallet? Well, you transfer it out of the wallet back to an exchange where you can trade it. So we're going to paste that in there, right? They can't verify it, so doesn't, I don't know why that happens, but it generally happens with some exchange addresses. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong. It just means it can't verify it. So you need to double check it yourself, right? 0x0b3737, all right? 0x0b3737, 02BEA7, 02BEA7. You just got to confirm it's the correct address, right? Let's hit continue. Okay, look, it's 18, right? When I did this the other night, it was 50, right? So it all depends on the day and the time and, you know, how busy the Ethereum network is. I think the reason it was 50 the other day, like on the 6th, was when Ethereum was crashing and people were freaking out and trying to move all their Ethereum back to exchanges so they could sell, right? What did we say? We wanted to do $400 worth, right? Right. Oh, there. Now it's 28. What was it? Huh. Okay. Well, if I send 0, it's only $18. Okay. How about if I send 10? Okay. It goes up to $28. Right. So, but 28 is bad, right? It's horrible, but it's not as bad as 50. It was like 49 the other night. Well, it's only $10 less, but because it's less than 30, it looks like a lot less. But it's still horrible, right? But I'm going to do it anyway. We'll hit continue. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to hang on. I'll wait. Yeah, just too expensive, man. Ethereum is really getting to be a hassle. All right, so let's turn this off. Let me go back over here. And we'll just deal with our crypto.com. Did I withdraw it? I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I bought it and I withdrew it, right? But you have to, one thing you have to remember about Luna is it takes a while for withdrawals to hit your wallet for some reason. All right, so let me go back to the chat window. You guys are probably screaming at me. Why isn't this guy paying attention to me? Is this live? People used to ask me that. Is this live? Because he's not listening. I'm asking him the same question over and over and over again, and he's not responding to me. Is this live? Okay. Okay, so interesting. I see Maria Lama. I guess JDO answered her, but she asked me if a ledger malfunctioned losing crypto. As I mentioned, my ledger malfunctioned earlier today, and I had to restore to a different device. But no matter what the ledger does, it can explode. You know, there can be sparks and smoke. It's not going to destroy your crypto because your crypto is not stored in the ledger. It's stored on the blockchain, right? So I doubt that it's going to accidentally send your crypto anywhere. It's not, right? So the ledger can get destroyed and cause you temporarily not to have access to your crypto. But it doesn't destroy crypto. As long as you have your 24-word recovery phrase written down in a safe place, you can always restore to a new device, and your crypto will be just fine. And that's all well and good. But the flip side to that coin, if you want to put it that way, is that 24-word recovery phrase is also vulnerable to being exposed to hackers. So the beauty of the 24-word recovery phrase is that it allows me to restore my hardware wallets when they get lost or destroyed. But the ugliness of the 24-word recovery phrase is that it will allow anyone to restore to their wallet if they possess it or they know it. So when we say that the ledger has been hacked, or that people get hacked or they lose their crypto, it's not the device that's getting hacked. It's the person holding the device that's getting hacked. These are called social engineering hacks. And that is where someone is being convinced to reveal their 24-word recovery phrase. And this happens a lot. And it can happen in several ways, right? Someone can email you and say, "Hi, I'm from Ledger Support. We think you've just been hacked. So you better log in here to recover your funds or they may be lost forever." Right? That is the quintessential hack attack. They tell you you've already been hacked, and then they trick you through fear into doing something that does get you hacked, right? They'll give you a link, you click the link, and it looks like you're on the Ledger homepage. It looks all official and everything. And then at some point it says, in order to verify your crypto holdings, please enter your 24-word recovery phrase here. Boom. And then they got you. They just got your 24-word recovery phrase, and they're back over in their little dimly lit, poorly ventilated warehouse in Malaysia, restoring your 24-word recovery phrase to their wallet and then stealing your funds, right? Somebody might call you on the phone and ask you to give them your 24-word recovery phrase. A little more rare. Usually they send you a link or a Telegram DM. Guys, please, 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 no one of any, there's no one good will ever DM you without you knowing them, right? I get a lot of people, "Oh, somebody DM'd me in Telegram. They said they were from tech support." Telegram, WhatsApp, Facebook, whatever, Twitter. Anybody that you don't know that tries to send you a personal chat, a private chat, or a DM, direct message, any of that, just assume they're bad, right? Unless you know them, right? If you've told your friend, "Hey, here's my handle, DM me," and blah, that's all well and good. But when you get DMs, like you're in Telegram on a forum or whatever, and then you get a DM from supposedly the tech support from that forum, you have to ask yourself, why is he DMing me and not just chatting with me in the forum chat? And that's because they're imposters. They're pretending to be from tech support. They will steal your crypto in a heartbeat. I've heard some sad, sad stories. Don't give out your 24-word recovery phrase to anyone that DMs you. Oh my God, please. And don't click links in emails when they tell you that they're from tech support and that you may have been hacked, right? That's a hack. Woo! Hello, everybody. It's good to be here. What did I buy? We bought a little Terra, right, in Crypto.com, and we transferred it to our Terra Station wallet. I don't believe it has come in yet. Let's see if we go to history. No. Okay. All right. So this is the Terra Station wallet. Now, you can swap in the Terra Station wallet if you want, right? Now, and we could, let's say, let's do Terra, right? We got some Luna. Let's just sell one Luna for UST. This is their stablecoin. So we'll go ahead and I just want to demo how this wallet works. All right, we need to get out of the Ethereum app. We're done with that. And let's go back into Terra. All right, we'll hit both buttons. All right, now we're going to do this swap. Luna for 66. I thought Luna was higher than that. Anyway, let's hit submit. All right, notice how my device Did we do it or not? I thought I just hit submit. Did I? Oh, okay. Okay. Let's make sure that we're connected. Let's just disconnect and reconnect, right? Okay. Well, maybe I don't have the right device here. All right, let's try this again. Let's go over to swap. Let's go here. Let's select Luna. Let's do one. Let's try again. So we're in Terra. Okay, there. So it says view transaction. Let's scroll over. There's all kinds of information that you can kind of look at if you're up for it, right? But there's the address, the contract address. There's the offer, right? There's a bunch of stuff. There's the fee. And then notice that the fee is in UST, right? So the UST drives this wallet in the same way that Ethereum drives an Ethereum wallet, right? You need the UST for fees, which is kind of weird. You know, you would think that it would be the Terra that would drive the fees, you know, but it's the UST. It's kind of weird. So we'll hit confirm there. Now we should have more UST, right, and less Terra, right? We're down to 87 Terra, and we're up to 162 UST. All right, so there's our swap. We're still waiting for the withdrawal from Crypto.com of the 1.5, slightly less Terra Luna, right? So once that comes in, we'll probably be back to 88, like 89.3 or something like that, right? Shortly. It might be a while too, but don't get freaked out, right? It'll eventually show up if you did everything correctly, right? Now I'd like to point out some of the things you can do in Anchor protocol. Now, for Anchor, it doesn't interface with this web-based Terra Station. For Anchor, you need the Terra Station extension, right? So, but the extension doesn't give you the swap ability. So I need both, right? So the Terra Station, I'm sorry, the extension version of this, and I guess if I can let me just disconnect from. All right, so we go and we download Terra Station extension, right? And then we launch it. And then we say, oh, okay, I want to access this with a ledger, right? And then it connects to my ledger. The ledger has already been connected. It's already in the Terra app, and so it connects, right? So now you can see when we pull this guy down that our balances are showing here. We need to have this extension because Anchor, let's disconnect. Anchor won't connect unless I'm using the extension. So we'll hit connect wallet and we'll hit Terra Station and it connects with the extension, right? It doesn't know about this. Well, it doesn't know about this Terra Station over here for some reason. It's just weird, right? It's kind of weird. All right. So over here on the dashboard, right, you'll notice there that the total value locked in UST is 9 billion, right? So Terra's doing pretty good, right? They've got a yield reserve, and then they also have a governance token over here, which is ANC, which you can also buy in the Terra Station, right? I don't think you can buy it on Anchor. Let's see what happens. I think at some point it says buy. Let's see if we can buy it. at some, it directs you. Here. Oh no, that's buy UST. It doesn't say buy ANC. But if you say buy UST, it takes you, it wants you to go over to an exchange to buy it, which you can, right? You can even buy UST on KuCoin, which was what I was going to do if I had transferred some of that US dollar coin in there, but I just wasn't willing to pay $30. I'll hopefully it'll go down and I can try to transfer it maybe in the middle of the night or very early in the morning for, you know, more like 20 Ethereum fees, right? But you can also trade for it over here in the Terra Station main wallet, right? You can go over to the swap and you can do Terra, I'm sorry, well, Luna, and then you can buy ANC, right? If we scroll down a little bit to tokens, you can buy ANC. So you can buy ANC within the Terra Station wallet with your available Luna, right? If you want to buy one, whatever. You can buy the ANC, which is the governance token of the Anchor protocol. All right. Now, once we have bought some of that stuff, you've got a lot of options, right? You can see here that I'm staking ANC in a single staking pool, right? Let me see where we do that. Earn. I'm getting confused. There's borrow, bond, govern. Actually, I don't remember how I did this, to be honest with you. Somehow I created a liquidity pool. I don't know where I did it. It wasn't here. It wasn't there. Oh, okay. All right. So there's my single pool in governance. Oh, there's trade ANC, right? So if I want to trade it, oh, it does let me trade it here. Okay. So, but I have to use UST, right? It won't let me use Luna. All right, but I could do that, right? I could say $15 worth of UST to buy ANC. So I could buy it that way. But I still can't figure out how I. Oh, looks like I can. Okay. Oh, I have to have ANC and UST to do this, right? So I can create the liquidity pool here if I have both tokens, right? And you can see that over here. Let's go back. Govern stake. Oh, I guess I could unstake here if I wanted to, right? So I've got 402 ANC that I'm staking and earning on. And then over here, I've got the liquidity pool that's also earning, which is pretty high APY. But like I said, I had to create that liquidity pool with ANC and UST. And I can manage it here, right? I can withdraw it, unstake it. You know, I can unstake the liquidity pool tokens that I'm farming, and then undo the liquidity pool over here, right? Wherever it was. Here, right? Yeah. I could withdraw the liquidity pool tokens if I had some. If I unstake them, I could withdraw them. Now, also, I wanted to point out that I'm also earning on my Terra USD deposit, and that's 20. And this is kind of where the beauty of the Terra platform really shines, right? Now, there's a risk because it's algorithmic stablecoin, right? And if you notice up here, one of these, I can't find out where it was. I think it's in govern dashboard. Up here. Notice it's not quite $1 at this point. It fluctuates, right? But generally it does by doing all kinds of mathematical backflips. It tries to keep it around $1, but it's not always exactly $1, right? But by staking UST and earning 20%, it compounds for me, and it pays me in UST, which is, for all intents and purposes, like a US dollar, right? And it does everything that it can to stay at that dollar peg, right? So when the price of Luna goes up, they burn it in order to, so that there's less Luna, because UST is based on the supply of Luna, or the price, and the price of Luna. It's very complicated, but they have mechanisms in place to keep UST at this dollar peg. And what this means is that I can earn this just like I can earn dollars. Where can I earn 20% on my US dollars? In a savings account or a CD or a bond? Not hardly anywhere, right? And let's see, where is it gonna? It's gonna show me somewhere. Earn. Okay, here, there. So I have 2,500 UST Terra dollars that I have deposited in this smart contract, and I can earn $488 per year. Expected interest, right? I can look at the monthly, $40 a month, right? But the beauty of this, as opposed to some of the others that I've shown you, like Pancake Swap, Bunny Swap, Dino Swap, all these others, you're getting paid in their native token, which fluctuates, right? You're getting paid in Pancake, or you're getting paid in Bunny token, or you're getting paid in Dino token, right? And those notoriously, those two of those have crashed, become worthless. Pancake Swap is a little better, but it goes down and it goes up, right? When it's up, it's great. When it's down, it's bad, right? As far as your passive income. But this system here is paying you a reliable 20% on a reasonably reliable token that is pegged to the US dollar. That's where the beauty of this comes in. Now, I deposited some UST in here, but I also borrowed some. I'm sorry, I'm a little, I'm flipping back and forth here because I don't remember all of this. I'm trying to figure out where. Okay, so 1,000 of this is my UST, but 1,500 of it I borrowed by bonding my Luna tokens, right? So I went over here to bond, and I took some Luna. Let's do 40. Let's do 41, right? I'm going to bond it or mint it. Let's go back over here. I'm sorry I'm focusing on this one so much, but I thought it was kind of a good one because the focus here was on stable passive income. When the market's down, the UST stays at $1, right? Okay, so let's mint. Right, I'm going to confirm this, post it, and I have to confirm on my device because the private key is being held on my device. All right, let's do sign transaction, and boom, I've just minted some bonded Terra. Right, it's still mine. It's just a different format, right? It's called B Terra. We should get a receipt here shortly. I'm done with the device. I can turn that part of it off, right? Okay, there, boom, it's done. All right, so now I have less actual Terra in the wallet, Right? If you go back to my page, it's dashboard. Let's go over here. There. Now you can see that I have less Terra in the wallet, right? Because this wallet doesn't count the bonded Terra, but Anchor sees it, right? I can go back over here to borrow, right? There's my bonded Terra. I thought we just did 40. Maybe, oh, and maybe there was some in there already. I don't know. See, even I'm getting confused here. Oh, it's 66. Oh, 50. I thought it was 41. Maybe I had some left over. Should know about this stuff, right? So now I have a lot of collateral. I'm currently borrowing 1,500. Let's provide. All right. Now, how much should I deposit? Should I? Oh, I guess that is 40. I think it's 40. All right. Now my available borrowing limit goes higher because I have more bonded, right? Let's scroll this up to about 40. Let's do 40. Let's play it safe, right? Maybe that's why I had leftovers, right? Let's hit proceed. We'll confirm that. We'll have to confirm on the device. Boom, 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 boom. It's a long one. Okay, there it is. And the UST paid the fees. So you should always maintain a balance of UST. All right. All right, done. Okay. Now we should have a higher borrowed value, shouldn't we? Or have I not borrowed? Oh, I still haven't borrowed. Okay. What did I do? I don't know what I did. Let's just refresh. Let's see. Maybe it just didn't. No, it still says I've only got 1,500. Okay. Let's borrow some more. God, I hope I'm doing this right. I thought, what did I just do? I thought I provided it. Okay. Okay. All right, let's borrow. Borrow some more. I thought we did this, huh? No? Oh, okay. No, this doesn't look right. Doggone it. What have I done? I should have more, shouldn't I? Okay. Oh, I didn't put anything in, right? Okay, there we go. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Okay. Huh, interesting. Okay. Let's try this again. All right, so I had some Luna. I don't like put it all in there. Oh, this is the B Luna, right? I still have the other Luna left over, right? So let's just provide all the B Luna. See if we can get this right. I know you guys love watching me sweat, right? When I don't know what the hell I'm doing. All right. Okay. Should have practiced this a little more. I did one, and then now it's confusing because there's some already in there, there's some already in, there's some that's not in there. It's just like, okay, let's hit okay here. Supposedly it's done, and I provided. Okay, now I've got a higher collateral value. Okay. Now let's borrow some more. Let's borrow some more UST. Okay, there. Okay, there we go. That's what we're looking for. Let's do it around 40. Okay, so we're putting like another 1,000 in here, I guess. Which seems like it should be more, but hey, whatever. It'll all come out in the wash, right? All right, there it is. View transaction. Let's just go through this. Sign transaction. All right, that's complete. Okay. Now I should have, okay, there we go. Now I've got more that I have borrowed. Do I need to deposit that in there as well? Or am I just earning on that? Yeah, I think we need to deposit more, right? Yeah, okay. See, there. It's telling me don't deposit at all because you still need UST on the side for your fees, right? So let's just deposit another 1,000. It seems like it should be more, but whatever. Maybe I lost a couple of grand. I don't know. All right, let's hit post. All right, now we're actually depositing our borrowed UST into the earning platform. Oh, I gotta confirm this on the device. Let's do that. Let's do this. Hit both buttons. There we go. Now, notice there were a lot of steps. It's very complicated, but on all of these, okay, let's hit OK. And even I'm a little confused. I'm still confused. Did it go in or did it not go in? Let's try this. Okay. Okay, there we go. I was like, what? Why does it still say 25? All right. All right, so you saw me. It was painful to watch. I'm sure it'll be painful for me to watch this replay later. I borrowed, using my Terra, right, that I had in my wallet, I bonded it so that I had bonded Terra. And then using that bonded Terra, I provided collateral, right? I had to deposit the bonded Terra into another smart contract to provide collateral. And then because I had the collateral, I was able to borrow some UST, which came directly into my wallet. And then once that UST was in my wallet, I was able to deposit some of it more into this earn program so that I'm earning 20% on 3,500 UST. I want to say dollars, but I'm not going to say it. All right. And now we can go to earn, and it should give me, okay, there. Now I'm earning $700 a year and $56 a month, right? So what are the risks? Okay, you should ask me that. What are the risks? Well, this thing could have a bug. This thing could have a rug pull. Some weird thing could happen where the system doesn't work out right? It's not backed by US dollars. It's algorithmic stablecoin. There's all kinds of technical risks involved in this. But to a certain extent, all of this complication is to keep the UST at that dollar peg so that it is a stable investment which gives you a stable 20%, approximately 20% return. And they do all kinds of mechanics in the background to not only keep the UST stable and pegged close to the value of a US dollar, but also to keep that 20% going, right? There's all kinds of mechanisms going on in the background that keep that 20% APY, right? It's not going to go, it's not as sexy as 1,000%, right? But it's much better than what you get in a bank, right? So that's the beauty of this platform, right? And we'll check on some of our other stuff that we did tonight. Okay. So, but is it clear as to what is live about right now? I came in to get info, news, trading. Okay, here I am. I'm live. What do you need? Yeah, this is really not a trading forum. I mean, I do talk about the price of, I talk about the news and everything, but I'm not the I'm not qualified to give you trading advice. Maybe Dan and JDO are, but not me. I'm here to go through the mechanics and answer technical questions to the best of my ability. But I expect technical questions to be about how do I transfer coins? How do I stake coins? I did this and something happened. Can you help me? That kind of stuff. I'm not here to give you like market advice, what coins to buy. I wish I was. I wish I could. But I mean, if you're here for that, more power to you. Dan might be able to help you, but I'm really here more for technical advice. Maybe that's why my channel isn't as big as all these, to the moon guys and these, fanboys and pump guys that tell you to run out and buy some coin that they bought last week. That's just my 2 cents on. I know I'm trying to do a live forum, but I'm explaining complicated topics. Some of you are here for that. Some of you may not be. I get it. So what else were we going to do? Let's revisit one of our older investments here. I'm kind of worried, right? Let's check the price of time. I would imagine it's pretty devastated, right? So we bought some time a few months back. I bought some time, and we deposited it in Wonderland. And Wonderland is giving us just an insane APY. Let's take a look at it. First of all, we need to get into the proper wallet. So we're going to go into Metamask over here. And we're going to switch to the right Metamask wallet. You can manage multiple wallets in one copy of Metamask, right? We're going to go over here to New BSC. That's the proper wallet. And then we're going to switch over to the Avalanche network, right? So if you have Metamask in your browser, which is a great tool for managing and storing cryptocurrencies, it is a very versatile tool, right? It can be configured for multiple blockchains and networks, right? All of these are running on what's called the EVM, or the Ethereum Virtual Machine. So they're sort of running on top of Ethereum. But you'll notice here that I've got Ethereum, Avalanche, Theta, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon. I can manage all of these wallets in MetaMask, right? So here we are in Avalanche. Let's go over to, and then we can, notice they have this thing called Memo. It's actually time. It's the same price as time, but that's what they give you in exchange for time. So let's go over into the Wonderland website. And okay, so their APY is down to 67,000% per year, which is still insane, right? Where our return on investment is 9.34. All of this is insane and crazy and unbelievable return on investment. But what is the drawback? Is it relies on the price of the time token. And so the price of time has gone down since we set this up. When we set this up, the price of time was around 8,000. Now the price of time is around 2,200. Right? Let's take a look at how much we've got. And we're at 1236. Right now, if I withdrew this memo and converted it back to time, which I could do, right? If I wanted to unstake the time and then go sell it, I would get 1236, which would be a loss, because when I set this up, I remember value-wise I put about 1,800 in. So we're down, right? But we have, our amount of time has increased a lot. I think when we started, we were at 0.25, 0.28, something like that. So the amount of time that I am holding, or it's here, it's memo, right, is gaining, right? This APY, this 9.3 every 5 days. It's incredible, right? But it all relies on the price of Wonderland time. Now, keep in mind, the entire market is devastatingly down over the last few weeks, right? Devastatingly down. If you're holding crypto, you're hurting right now. Unless you have some stuff on the sidelines and you're in buy mode now. But if you're in hodl mode, you're sweating, right? What happened to, my portfolio that was worth 60,000 and now it's only worth 37,000, right? You're hurting, right? So we take the price of Wonderland with a grain of salt, because when the market recovers, most likely Wonderland will recover as well, unless there's something specific to Wonderland that happens, right? But as far as I know, it's nothing has changed, right? Wonderland has their own system for being able to give you this APY, because they're using the money that is people are buying their token with to invest in other things, if I'm not mistaken. I think they've got some real world holdings. So everything in the crypto world is a little sketchy, right? And this is a new concept, this Wonderland. It's based on the other one, I forget, Olympus or whatever. It's a pretty new concept where they're taking the money that people are investing in the token and spreading it out across other real world investments, right? But that's how they can afford to pay you these insane APYs, right? I think they're using your money for something else, right? And as far as I know, it hasn't been hacked and nothing's gone wrong, right? But that is the drawback to these insane returns, is that they all rely on the price of the underlying asset. So let's take a look quickly at our Pancake, see how that's doing, right? Let's go over to Metamask. Let's switch back over to Binance Smart Chain. Let's go over to Pancake Swap. Take a look at what's going on with our BNB. I've got my cake in a single token pool, an auto restaking pool, right? So the APY is 65% per year, not quite as good as 67,000 per year, but it's better than 20%. Right, that we were getting over on Terra Luna for our UST. But it is dependent on the price of cake, right? And cake is at $10.25, right? I believe cake's all-time high was like over $30, right? So I'm earning lots of cake. Happy about that, but the price of cake is down. So we've got these platforms are great for passive income, and they're giving high APY, but when the price of the token tanks, then all of those rewards that you were accumulating also tank, unless you are selling on a daily or a weekly basis and converting it back to US dollar or whatever, right? Every day you come in here and whatever you've earned, you withdraw it and you sell it and you put it in the bank, right? What you lose by doing that is not being able to reinvest your rewards, right? So the auto cake is reinvesting all of these that I'm earning. So I would have a lot less cake if I wasn't reinvesting it. But the price of cake, it's all dependent on the price of cake, right? So over here in Anchor Protocol, we have an asset that is, for all intents and purposes, is equivalent to the US dollar. and is giving us a relatively stable 20% return on what we have deposited in this smart contract. So instead of taking my $3,500 and putting it in my bank savings account and getting 0.1% per year, I can put it here and get 20% per year. Not as sexy as Wonderland or Pancake Swap, but more stable. And I think this is what's going to attract people. Our stable passive income. I mean, you talk to guys on Wall Street, you tell them you got an investment that gives you, a stable 20% return on investment. They're going to raise their eyebrows, right? Okay. So, what are your thoughts? Pulse chain. Have you heard of it? I have not. Very novice, looking for more detailed info video explaining everything for my ADH brain. No prob, Rex. I appreciate your honesty. I'll be sending you to my hubs who is interested in this. No problem. Yeah. Yeah. For investment advice, I would recommend CryptoLark. He's great for investment advice, day-to-day crypto. Oops, CryptoLark. Very nice gentleman, too. I would highly recommend CryptoLark. It does daily updates, right? If you're... Oh, and I can't even post here, can I? Okay. Okay. This damn chat window is giving me so much grief. I can't get a hold of it. Yeah. Whatever. And I can't see, I can't see my... Oh, okay, I can see it if I do that. Cousin is a guy who lives in Wall Street. Cool. All right. Yeah, so, if you're just interested in, what the market's doing and that kind of stuff, CryptoLark, I love CryptoLark. I listen to him a lot. And very nice person. I've sent him emails and asked him questions, and he replies almost every time right away, which is more than I can say for me. I go through stages, right? Sometimes I'm in answer mode, and other days I'm just, and sometimes like you'll send me an email, it'll fall through the cracks. All I can say is if you're desperate for an answer, send me, resend your email if I haven't replied over a few days or whatever. All right, there were some other things I wanted to get to. Let's see what we got here. We talked about Coingecko. We talked about Metamask. We talked about maybe adding, I think we covered this a while back, but there's a great site called Chainlist that you can use to automatically add networks to your Metamask, which I find very useful. So I pretty much have all the ones that I need, but let's say if I want Avalanche, Avalanche, right? Avalanche mainnet. If I connect directly to my MetaMask wallet, I can choose add this mainnet to MetaMask, and it will add it automatically and put all those settings in there for me, which I used to have to do manually. And notice it says EVM. All of these are EVM. So there's a lot more to Avalanche than just the Avalanche C chain, which is what you are dealing with when you're over here. But pretty good stuff, right? And let's see, what else were we going to try to do? Okay, so I mentioned the coins that I bought this week. We talked a little bit about that a few weeks back. I bought, when the market was down, I bought some more Avalanche, and I bought some more Terra, because they were coins that are up and coming, have been doing very well over the last half of 2021, and are way down. So I took the opportunity to buy some more Avalanche and some more Terra because I have long term. My Bitcoin and my Ethereum and my Cardano and my Polkadot are long term, and I've had those for a while, and they're way down. But I wanted to focus a little right now on some short term gains, and so I bought some of these up and coming Ethereum coins or Ethereum competitor coins, Avalanche and Terra. We talked a lot about Terra. I'm not telling you to run out and buy Terra, right? I'm just kind of explaining to you how Terra works and why I think it's an important ecosystem, right? I saw an article that talked about total value locked with Terra, and I don't know if CoinGecko has. Okay, right. I believe these are by total value locked, if I'm not mistaken, right? Maybe not. Default by market cap, right? But TVL, total value locked, is also a very important indicator, right? But right now, Terra is the number one DeFi coin, right? Oh, it's more than Uniswap, PancakeSwap, even Osmosis, right? So that's why I talked about Terra tonight. So I bought some more Terra, and then I bought some UST, right? But basically, buying UST for me was more of just converting my US dollar into UST, right? It's not a like a short term play to try to catch a rising star or a moon coin or anything. I have US dollar on the sideline and some stable coin on the sideline, and I decided that I wanted to try this UST, right? And we talked about I wanted to maybe convert some of this US dollar coin in the UST. But every time I try to make the transfer, it's costing me 30 to 40, 50 bucks just to make the transfer. I me, I'm not that big don't let fees hold you back kind of guy, right? Don't worry about the fees, most usually what I say. But on 985 US dollar coin, it pains me. It's like a needle to the chest or whatever you want to call it, to spend $50 just to move it from one place to another, knowing full well that when Ethereum fees are lower, like in off high traffic periods, it's not going to cost me $50 to move, $400 worth of US dollar coin from one place to another. So I'll wait until I can do it for like 20, which I'm sure I can, when the network calms down a little, right? So I bought some of that. And then I also bought some ANC. I believe when I was on vacation, I bought some ANC, which is the governance token over on Anchor, which gives you a pretty decent return for the liquidity pool and just generally ANC, right? So I've earned about $23 over the last couple of weeks. It's not that sexy, but it's not bad either, right? And it is the price of ANC. I'm thinking that that's got some potential upside because of the this system, right? And the total value lock that's going into it. When you got so many people putting their money into this, the value of the governance token will probably go up. That's just this is not financial advice, just my opinion on this kind of stuff. So those are the coins that I bought this week. Not telling you to run out and buy them. I just thought that it might be good to kind of, let you guys in on some stuff that I'm interested in. I also noticed this one. Interestingly enough, I noticed this article. Oh, we're going to do this article. I'm not going to do that article on private keys. But I don't know if this is like an article that's just trying to get me to buy the coin or if it's a real news article. But apparently, Bloomberg wrote an article about this sunflower farmers game breaking Polygon by like taking up all of its uh, network or the fees. The Polygon fees went way up, all because of this one game. And of course, it's kind of a bash article. You know, Bloomberg is bashing crypto in general by saying that it can't stand up to the stress of like lots of users, like Ethereum. Ethereum fees are very high, right? Because of this network overload. And I don't know if you guys remember back in 2017 and early 18, there was this thing called Crypto Kitties, which were sort of like NFTs on the Ethereum blockchain, and they just bogged down the entire network. So here we've got this new game that supposedly bogged down the Polygon network. So I was intrigued. I'm like, well, maybe I should buy some of this stuff, right? Because it's probably down today. So I figured it out that it was, I think it was here. Well, this is Sunflower Farmers, right? So I go to their site and it tells me don't trade SFF. I'm like, the people that run this coin are telling me not to buy it. Okay. As of Friday the 7th, which was yesterday, they're like, no, don't buy this coin because we screwed up. You know, we started this game. If you look at the game, it's kind of a Ponzi scheme in a way. And you call it a Ponzi scheme. It seemed like a scam. But it's one of those, you know, grow things, whatever. And I guess like you could play the game if you wanted to. You could buy the NFTs and do all this stuff, whatever. But there were some bad actors that were in there abusing the tokenomics of the game, and they broke it. They almost broke Polygon, so to speak. And so I was kind of like, oh, okay. But I go over, and there is a token called SFF, and it's on CoinGecko, and it's down 50% today. But if the people that are running this game are telling me not to buy it, maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. It's kind of weird. And so supposedly they're offline now. But they're going to come back online, and supposedly whoever minted NFTs they'll be converted. I would assume that if you have SFF, they'll convert that too. I would hope. Yeah. So I don't know. Just little. It's just interesting. Dusting deposits. Oh, okay. So Mr. David is asking about dusting deposits. A lot of people worry about those, and that supposedly it's some kind of hack where like they'll deposit like very small amounts in your wallet, like XRP or whatever it happens to be, or little stupid airdrops and things like that. I think XLM Stella has that too. People will like put small amounts in your wallet. I think that they say that what they're doing is that somehow by dusting your wallet they are able to see your balance or somehow follow your balance, but just because they're depositing dusting amounts in your wallet does not mean they have your private keys. It does not mean that they can withdraw from your wallet, right? So a lot of people, they see those dusting amounts and they think they're getting hacked. They're not. They cannot withdraw money from your wallet. But what they can do is they can monitor that wallet or that address and learn more about your personal habits, the wallets, as opposed to, not you as a person. They may not know who you are, but by dusting your wallet, they can somehow track your address in the future and see what you're doing with the wallet and maybe target you for a phishing attack down the road. That's my understanding of it. But it's not like, oh, I send, like if I could send you a small amount of XRP and somehow hack your wallet by doing that, would anyone still have any XRP, right? It's not like a death blow, right? So people, rightly so, they get freaky about crypto, but this is just my opinion. But somebody dusting you with a small deposit is not, you're not in danger of losing your crypto over that. All right. Someone that knows more about it might, I think INVE says they track you. Yeah, they track you to eventually find out how much you have and of what, and then try to find out who you are or your email, and then try to social engineering into giving. Yeah, it's a foot in the door kind of attack, right? But if it's a dormant wallet, a hodl wallet, they're probably not going to worry too much about you. They're probably monitoring thousands, if not, tens of thousands of wallets. And the low activity wallets don't give them much information, right? They're most likely more interested in high activity wallets because that gives them more information to go on, as opposed to, oh, I just got, 0.00001 XRP in my wallet, but I don't use that wallet hardly ever. It's just been sitting there on my ledger for the last 2 years or whatever. Yeah. Jessica Boat doesn't know what to do right now. Okay, tell us more. This thing. All right. Oh, boy. This wallet. Crypto Keeper. Yeah, just this stupid window. I can't get it to work right. Whatever. No, don't talk about Hex, please. Don't talk about Hex. Okay, so, we talked earlier. I wanted to talk to you about this monitor. This monitor is so nice. See if I want to just quickly get this over here. I want to look it up without showing you everything about my life, if that's possible. Oh, it should be over here. Yeah, let's do it that way. Okay, this thing. So, not that any of you really care about this, but I had bought this huge Asus 43-inch 4K monitor, and it seemed to be working great. And then all of a sudden, it started going black for like 1 second, and then coming back up. And just so irritating. And I troubleshot, and then someone said, oh, it's probably your cable. So I switched cables, right? And it still just kept doing it. And so then I switched from DisplayPort cable to HDMI cable, and that seemed to fix it for a long time. And then last month, all of a sudden, my OBS Studio was on the display capture, the colors were all washed out. It looked weird, and I couldn't figure out what the problem was. So I switched back to DisplayPort cable, and it fixed that problem, but I still had the go black problem. So I just said, look, maybe the monitor's just too big, right? Let me just downsize the monitor down from 43 inches to 32 inches. And so I bought this MSI monitor, and this thing is just gorgeous. The colors are just beautiful. But unfortunately, I did notice the blackout problem earlier tonight. It was like, it just hit me like a... But let's see if we can do this. Oh, there's one. Let's do, I think this is supposed to be city lights, right? That one's nice. Let's see. I just want to get you one that's like really colorful if I can. Oh, that one. That's cool. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Whew. Man. Of course, you're looking at it on your monitor, so you may not be overwhelmed. You might be watching me on your phone going, what is that? I can't see that. Yeah, this monitor is great. I'm thinking of getting a second one. I have my secondary monitor is a Samsung, a beautiful curved Samsung I've had for years. But the color on this thing is just so gorgeous. I'm thinking of replacing my secondary monitor with this. What browser do I use? I use Brave as my go-to browser. So I use Brave for... What am I doing over here? For my day-to-day kind of stuff, right? But I use Chrome to manage my YouTube channel, because I've tried like uploading and managing my YouTube live streams and everything in Brave, and I've had issues like glitches and things don't work right. So I tend to use Chrome for my YouTube related stuff, and then I also use Chrome for my Metamask stuff. I'm not sure why I made that decision, but I do. So Chrome is where I do my wallet stuff, my Metamask wallet stuff, and then Brave is like where I do my day-to-day, read the news. How'd that happen? Oh, I see. There we go. There. Okay. Brave is where I read my news, check my email, do all that. So it blocks ads and trackers. How could I send my Sandbox tokens from Binance Exchange to my Ledger Nano X? Well, Sandbox tokens are ERC20. So, if we look at Sand, Sand is an ERC20 token, right? It's also, it can also run on Polygon and Harmony, but I would assume if you buy it on Binance, you're going to be buying the ERC20. Actually, Binance will probably let you withdraw to either of these types of wallets, right? So, like for example, let's go over here. Let's go to MetaMask, and let's go to the wallet that has the Sand in it that I own. Right, I believe it's this one. Let's just double check. There. Okay. So I have some Sand in here. Now this is the ERC20 version of Sand. Right? Let's do this thing. All right, so let's go over, what is the other one they say? They got Polygon. Let's not switch. Let's turn off Pancake Swap. So let's switch over to Polygon. Right? And let's go here and let's say add to MetaMask. See, that's Sand, but I have 0 Sand on the Polygon network. So if we're in Polygon, then my Sand balance is 0. But my assumption is if you own Sand on Binance, you should be able to withdraw to a Polygon wallet. They should give you that option. I can't show you because I can't log into Binance because they've got people from the US or like persona non grata on Binance, right? But they will generally allow you to withdraw. Now, Binance US does not sell sand, if I'm mistaken. No, you can't buy it on Binance US. But like, for example, on BNB, if I withdraw BNB, notice I have choice of network, right? So I'm assuming that if you own sand on Binance, you should be able to choose which network you want to withdraw on, right? The short and simple answer to your question would be, if it's an ERC20 token, you can store it in your Ethereum wallet, right? So if we go over here to Ethereum, you can see that my sand is in this wallet. So in order to withdraw from Binance to your wallet, you simply just do Ethereum receive, right? You get your Ethereum address, you go over to Binance, and you make a withdrawal to this Ethereum address. Now, the reason I started playing around and saying, oh, you can do it on Polygon, is that if you withdraw your sand from Binance to your ledger in Ethereum format, you're going to pay a hefty withdrawal fee because it's on the Ethereum network. So it might behoove you, depending on what you're planning on doing with it, to maybe store it in a Polygon-based wallet. But as you can see, I went ahead and put it in my Ethereum wallet. And if I were to decide I wanted to sell some of this sand, I would have to transfer it back to wherever I can sell it. And I don't, let's see here. I think I bought it on, you can buy it on crypto.com. And I believe you can buy it on, you can buy it on Kraken. That's interesting. You can also buy it on KuCoin. But you bought some on Binance and you want to put it in a wallet, so you can just drop it in your Ethereum wallet if you want to. But remember, you're going to pay a fee withdrawing it, and then you'll pay another fee when you transfer it back, pretty high. So if you're savvy, maybe put it in your, withdraw it into your Metamask wallet on the Polygon side. That's possible. But, be careful. Don't lose it. Right? I could drop some in here if I withdraw directly from Binance using, let's see if, let's go over here to KuCoin. So let's say I want to withdraw some sand, right? All right, KuCoin will only let me do it on the ERC20. So maybe Binance is the same. Right? So maybe Binance will only allow you to withdraw ERC20 style. In that case, the simple case holds. Right? Just drop it in your Ethereum wallet in your Ledger Live. Right? Ledger Live. Get your receiving address. Send some sand in there. It will show up. But notice that for some bizarre reason, Ledger Live doesn't have pricing APIs for sand, so you'll see it as no price information, but you'll see it in there. You know it's in there. Notice how MetaMask can see it and price it when I'm on the Ethereum chain, right? MetaMask can see the sand and knows how much it is, price-wise. That's because this MetaMask wallet is connected to my Ledger device. So I can look at the exact same wallet in two different wallet interfaces, right? Ledger Live and MetaMask. Oh, okay. Maybe that's why I'm always using MetaMask and Chrome, right? I think I did. I think you're right. I think that's maybe why I went to Chrome full time for all my MetaMask stuff, because I had issues with Brave. Brave does like weird stuff, like they have a built-in browser that basically is like MetaMask, and that's how it was for a long time. And now they have their own crypto wallet that's not MetaMask, and so it makes it hard to use MetaMask and Brave. It's just a hassle. So yeah, Chrome is my go-to wallet for my MetaMask stuff. The Brave, well, Brave is good for earning BAT token, but their Brave crypto wallet, I'm not a huge fan of, right? So it's like, where's it? Brave wallet, right? The Brave wallet. I'm not that. It's not. It's weird because they have their own Brave Rewards wallet, which is separate from their wallet, and it's not MetaMask anymore. It used to be. It used to be kind of a wrapped MetaMask interface, right? It said Brave, but it was basically running MetaMask inside this thing. But no longer, right? They've got it's their own. Whatever. Right. It gets more complicated and, for like even for someone like me who's savvy, it's just a hassle. So I tend to stick with Chrome. Let's see. Yes, you can buy sand on Kraken, right? That's cool. And if you're just investing in it as like an investment only and you're willing to trust the exchange for your long-term hodling or your short-term hodling, whatever you're planning on, trading it down the road, then buy it in Kraken, your sand token, buy it in Kraken, leave it on Kraken, or leave it in Binance until you're ready to sell it, and then convert it. But if you are, you want to play the game, right? Right? If you want to play the sandbox game, you're going to have to put it in a wallet in order to use the sandbox game, right? You're gonna have to sign in, and I'm not good at this stuff, right? But I'm assuming that at some point you're gonna need to connect it to an Ethereum wallet in order to play this game. How do you create an account? Right, so you can do it with MetaMask. So you would need it in a wallet in order to actually use it if you're planning on like trying to play the game and earn in the game, like whatever, however that works. I'm more of just hold the token because I'm old. But yeah, I mean, if you want to play the game, you definitely need to withdraw it from Binance and put it in a wallet, right? So you can use it. And MetaMask would be the way to go. I don't know about this other stuff. Or this Bitsky. Yeah. This is what I understand. I know that you can connect to MetaMask to have access to your wallet, right? Depends on what you're planning on doing with your sand. If all you want to do is sell your sand token next year when it moons out, then you can just keep it on your exchange for that. Mind you, that's it's in their custody, right? But for all intents and purposes, it belongs to you because by virtue of the fact that you have the account with them. Yeah. Most people are using Brave to earn BAT tokens, but I use Brave because it blocks ads and trackers. It's a privacy-based browser. It doesn't always work 100% for every website, but for most websites, Brave browser does a pretty good job of like blocking ads and trackers. That's kind of why I like it. And I tend to use it for my exchanges when I'm in my exchanges, just because of that. Yeah. Right. JDO is a self-custody guy, so am I. But I'm flexible. I self-custody the bulk of my crypto, but I also keep some on exchanges. Just, like this Cody. I bought this COTI a long time ago, and I just left it here because I couldn't figure out how to set up their wallet or whatever. So I just left it on the exchange because I trust Coinbase. And then Kraken allows me to stake tokens easily. So I have tokens on Kraken that I'm staking. But the bulk of my crypto is in my own wallets, right? because that's where I started. I started with self-custody. The first time I put Bitcoin in a wallet, it was because I had bought like a little miner. So I didn't even know how to use exchanges. There weren't too many exchanges back in 2013 when I started Bitcoin mining. So the only experience that I knew about Bitcoin was that you had to put it in your own wallet. Where else are you going to put it? So here we are, 2022, and I'm still using wallets because that's where I feel I own it. Right? That's mine. Okay, guys, thank you for everything tonight. Sorry, I think I got a little bogged down demoing the Anchor platform, but I kind of feel it was important. I'd like to do some standalone videos on setting up the Terra Station wallet. And did we ever get that deposit? Yeah, that deposit did finally come in that I withdrew from Crypto.com. All right. So I still have 48 Luna in Luna, right? But I have also converted some over into bonded Luna, right? So if we go to bond and we click burn, I don't have any. Okay, so I committed all the bonded Luna, pardon me. But I don't think I've borrowed against all of it, right? It's a little confusing to me. But I'm earning some pretty decent rewards, and I feel they're a little more stable than, say, PancakeSwap, BunnySwap, DinoSwap, even Wonderland, right? I think this is the wave of the future. Are these, and Anchor is on the Terra Luna platform, and the fees are low. Because there are some other ones, like AVVE, that we talked about earlier, that are on Ethereum. Yeah, AAVE. That's on the Ethereum platform. High barrier to entry on those because of the outrageous Ethereum fees, just getting yourself set up. So a lot of these newer platforms, are, with the lower fees, are kind of the direction I think people are going, right? So hopefully, market-wise, the crypto market will recover, and people will start, investing in crypto. And I think just as a technology, it's not going anywhere. It's the way I see it. So good luck to everybody. Hang in there. With your investments, don't risk any money you can't afford to lose. Play it smart. Don't panic buy or panic sell. Just try to have a system and stick to it. And when times are tough and when times are bad, you should be okay as long as you stay calm and trust yourself, right? I mentioned earlier about, I watched a video where the conclusion was, and I have nothing against the guy, but his conclusion is that you're safer to keep all your crypto on exchanges because people lose their crypto through dumb mistakes and hacks and whatever. I don't believe that. I believe you're all capable of self-custodying your crypto. Just be mindful, be precise, and do research, and don't feel like you can't learn new stuff, right? You can learn something new every day in crypto. I do. So learn how to manage your own wallets, learn from your mistakes. Always send small amounts first to verify before you transfer huge amounts, right? And you should be okay. So I'll see you guys next week. Let's see if this thing works. Yeah. Ooh, see, that camera's good, right? It looks good to me, right? It's like a 60 FPS in full HP, which is pretty good. Next week, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live stream from Michigan. We do this every week, so hope to see you there. Hey, this works too. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to prescribe, if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me, and hope to see you again soon.